Hey guys! First things first, this video has subtitles. Esse vídeo tem legendas. Click the settings icon and go to subtitles/cc to activate them. You can also change how the captions look by clicking options. If you wish, practice your listening without subtitles. It's up to you. Okay, to the chase. I'm Pablo, and in this video, I'm talking about goals for you to study English. And I really hope this video help you choose the best ones to achieve. And just for the record, some of these goals have come from my students who have set goals for their studies as well. Welcome to English Linker! Okay, I have a question. How important are goals in your life? When it comes to goals, especially in the beginning of the year, many people try to set them, whether in personal or professional life. However, if you need to learn English, you should set goals for that. It's not an obligation, don't get me wrong, but have you ever set goals for your studies? How to take your English skills to the next level? Don't get disgruntled if you've never done that before, because I will try to help you keep your English studies future focused. This year, I've talked to my students to set goals for their English studies, and after talking to them, I took notes of their goals and created a list. I already posted this list on Instagram. I'm gonna talk about 8 goals that you can choose and set throughout the year. Let's get started. Number 1. Study English with English Linker. I've created this channel to help Brazilians make English as practical as possible. I focus on teaching complete sentences that can be used in spoken language, and each video has a topic. Each topic is divided in 3 different levels: basic, intermediate, and advanced, and everything was designed to help you speak. Give it a try! I know, most of my videos I speak in Portuguese. I intend to record more videos in English though, and add not only Portuguese but also English subtitles, and Spanish subtitles in the near future. Number 2. Be consistent, studying just 5 to 10 minutes. If you've never studied English before, you need to create a routine that you can keep with. You might think studying 1 hour is enough to memorize most of the things you've learned. But the way I see it, it's nonsense to include an hour study, unless you've got used to studying since college and don't get distracted easily. For those of you who are not into studying a language, especially by yourself, start studying from 5 to 10 minutes. And here's why 5 to 10 minutes is enough for you. When you start from scratch, you need to create a routine and gradually increase the amount of time. This is the ground rule, especially for those who are studying by themselves. Study up to 10 minutes, twice or 3 times a week, in a specific time of the day. And don't change the days or hours you intend to study. Get off to a good start. Then, try to increase the amount of time or days, but only after you've created a routine. Consistency is the key to success. Number 3. Read and listen at the same time. I'm from Brazil, and here in Brazil, the pronunciation words in Portuguese are very different from the pronunciation words in English. If a Brazilian starts reading a book or an article in English, the odds are that he or she is gonna pronounce the words in English like the pronunciation in Portuguese. And I know this happens not only here, but also in other countries and languages. That's why it's important to find texts which you can read and listen to the pronunciation at the same time. This makes English less tricky, and you learn how to pronounce words, linking words and sentences properly. Nowadays we have YouTube channels with subtitles. English Linker is an example. We also have podcasts with scripts. Freakonomics is one of my favorites. And books like this one, from Macmillan Readers. It has extra exercises and audio CDs. Okay, I have to say, this book is an old one because it has CDs. The new ones have downloadable tracks, so you can buy the new ones for you to practice English. There are lots of sources for you to practice English as much as you can. And sorry to interrupt, but are you enjoying this content? Has it been helpful for you to set your English study goals? If so, thumbs up for this video please. Let's help other people to find this video. Number 4. Review what you've studied. Reviewing is a must. Last year, I noticed most of my students were working hard, but studying less than they should. They weren't retaining the information I was teaching. I asked, "Are you reviewing the contents?" And they said, "Not at all." This is a reminder. If you don't review your notes or the lessons you've studied, you'll get some trouble, like using the wrong grammar tenses or making up sentences that don't exist in English. Reviewing what you've studied is not a waste of time. It's as important as learning new things. Got it? 5. Create context to use the vocabulary you've learned. This is also a review. When you use the vocabulary you've learned, you enhance your chances to not make mistakes while you're thinking from your mother tongue to English. That's because you're forcing you to remember the new vocabulary. Instead of trying to use the new words in spoken language, you can create contexts in texts. Imagine two people talking to each other. You can create a text with these characters, and then, after you create the text and put the words you've learned, read the text aloud and highlight the new words you've included in the conversation. You can share your text with a teacher or a friend, and you can both practice the conversation together. This will help you expand your vocabulary. 6. Learn to prioritize your studies. Some people study English only when they need to. On the one hand, it's not wrong to do that. On the other hand, I believe that people who dream to speak English fluently and understand songs, movies, and even meetings in English should have more contact with the language. That's why you have to make English your priority. I've never been to Europe or North America. I know how to speak like that because I've paid the price to study more than usual. And it was not my intention to be a teacher, and I'm not the best teacher, I wish I were. Let's make a promise. Repeat after me. I'm committed to continue studying English no matter what. Tough promise, right? Well, it's up to you to do it or not. And it's up to you to subscribe to this channel. If I were you, I'd do it. I have so much to share and teach. Let me give you a hand, and don't forget to tap the like button to this video. 7. Write your study notes instead of typing them. Typing is completely different from writing, we all know that. But according to a research conducted by Penn Miller and Daniel Oppenheimer, writing by hand increases memory retention and understanding. That is, you don't make such an effort in terms of retaining information when you use your laptop, computer, or your cell phone. Link from the research in the description below. Your brain requires much more attention of what you're doing. Jotting down the information your teacher is teaching you, or the things you are learning on YouTube, in my channel for example, on Coursera, or any other platform, is a ticket to retention. 8. Track your goals regularly. By and large, tracking your goals is within your grasp. From the 8 goals I've talked here, you can pick 2. It's not necessary to set lots of goals. When it comes to studying, I get distracted easily. Maybe we are in the same boat. That's why we should track our goals regularly. Quarterly, bi-monthly, periodically. You have to see your own progress. That said, don't miss out the opportunity to study and remember how, why, and when you need to study English. Guys, in a nutshell, here are the 8 goals I wanted to share with you. When you notice if you made some progress, write in the comments below. For those of you who have never done that before, this might take a little to getting used to, but I believe in you. And that's all folks, see you next time here on English Linker.